All right, so my name is Anas Al-Mar'i, and I'm the Director of Training at Focus Social Academy. We are part of Focus Group. And Focus Social Academy, we are focused on social media. All right, I'm one of 20 trainers, and this is my specialty, and this is what we are going to talk about. Does everyone have a LinkedIn account tonight sitting here?
Yes.
Everyone, right? So cool. Did you brought your smartphone, your tablets, your laptops? Huh? Okay, so shall we open? All right, and let's start with the profile optimization. So tonight, it's only one part of LinkedIn, which is profile optimizing. What is profile optimizing? Profile optimizing is getting noticed by the people who's asking for your service, or if you are looking for a job or a job change, someone who's looking for your competencies, so they will notify your technical skills and then they hire you. Okay? So number one, let's start with the profile optimizing. Rule number one. Who's looking for a job here? Please don't be ashamed, just raise your hand so I know how to. So we have probably 20% of the crowd here looking for a job change. Yes, sir? I'll take to the CEO later. He's my colleague, so. Guys, this is a workshop, so I'll be asking some questions. So please be comfortable and take it easy. We are not here to question people. We are here to engage everyone, okay? So rule number one for each and every one of you is, who has written "I'm looking for a job" in their profile? Thank you very much. I love you all. Usually people, once they are out of their job, what do is they go straight ahead to their LinkedIn and they write, "I'm looking for a job." How about your experience? You just disqualified yourself. You're just announcing your desperation, and desperation gets you nowhere, right? You get your head banged in the wall. Exactly. So that's beautiful that no one of you, I believe all of you, that no one has written that. Guys, we are a human being, right? Okay, cool. And human beings are judgmental. You look at me the way I look and you judge, and your mind start automatically judging. And more than 80% of a human being attracted by images, okay? That's why you have a profile picture, right? Who has taken a professional profile picture and posted on LinkedIn? Excellent. For the rest, we brought Muhammad tonight, and he will be taking professional headshot for you so you can upload it tonight, probably tomorrow. All right? Otherwise, I'll send you the bell for the photo shooting. So guys, LinkedIn, let's go back a little bit to LinkedIn philosophy. What is LinkedIn and what is social media? In brief, social media meant to be a two-way communication channel, right? It's not one way like TV. TV or radio, can you please make it on silent, and mine as well? So TV and radio and other newspapers and the traditional media is one way. They talk to me whether I like it or not. The maximum I can do is to turn it off or to jump to another channel. When social media came and disrupted the whole thing, that's why it's two-way communication channel, and this is where disruption started from. Cool? So what does that mean? So I can speak to the hiring manager without any gatekeepers, right? You come to, let's say you go to Shell and there is 3-4 tier security. You can't get there unless you have a permission, right? Even if you have a permission, they will give you a hard time. So if you are going to apply your CV and send your CV, no one would care, right? Please put your CV, and then they write at the back of it some notes. And if you are lucky, it ends up in the bin. Most of the time. No one is lacking and looking for CVs. So this is the social media. And LinkedIn came as the professional platform, which means it's not your Facebook. It's not your Instagram. It's not your Periscope. It's not your Snapchat, etc., etc. It's meant to be professional. It's not a dating website, gentlemen. Okay? Ladies, it's not where you post your wedding pictures, right? Or your femininity somehow. And this is, we've seen it every day. You're laughing, and I'm like, I'm like a LinkedIn cop, as Peter called me. And every day, like, we've seen horrendous content out there. Like, this is how you present yourself to your clients, to your boss, to your suppliers, to the world. You are reflecting your image to the whole world. So think of that. Think twice before you post those pictures on LinkedIn. Cool? So this is the philosophy of LinkedIn. This is how I would like you to position yourself on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a platform where their mission is to connect the world's talent together. Once you are on LinkedIn, you are connected to 414 million members, their latest statistics. And in the MENA region, they are around 20 million. And the UAE is #1 country in the region by 2.62 million, as per their latest statistics. So once I'm there, I'm connected to the whole nation when it comes to the professional tier of those people, okay? So this is how LinkedIn, it's not for those games or quizzes or math stuff, right? It's not where you post your wife picture while she delivered the new baby, etc. We've seen it every day. Probably most of you have seen those pictures, okay? It's just like, imagine the yellow pages back in the days. You have to be in the right place, in the right industry, with the right name, with the right classification. So when I'm looking for what you can offer me, I can find out about you. Cool? So this is LinkedIn. It's your professional free marketeer to the world. Imagine the following, that I would like to hire a marketeer to talk about our services on LinkedIn for Dubai Nation, okay? For Dubai people. How much do I need to pay those marketeers to tell the people about my service? And they might end up talking to the irrelevant client, right? So LinkedIn is made when you need that service, when the hiring manager is looking for certain skills, they will find you, okay? And this is the revolution of the internet. I'm not telling here a rocket science stuff. I'm just reminding you of the philosophy of LinkedIn and how we use and make the most of LinkedIn. Okay? One of the main key elements in LinkedIn is our tonight's topic. It's the LinkedIn optimization. So if I'm in the right industry, if I'm in the right country, with the right picture, with the right image, with the right keywords, with the right skills, with the right groups, with the right connections, with the right attitude, with the right content, then I'll be a winner, 110%. Okay? So let's start. Your profile picture from top to bottom. Top, there is a banner, right? There's a picture. Who posted their last holiday picture? I will go around and see those pictures. Okay? So this picture has to represent your industry. So in one picture, you can tell me 1,000 words, right? You're telling me 0 words here. So I need a picture that represents your industry.
Oil and gas.
Oil and gas, bravo. Ahmed put it like, he's an oil and gas professional, and he posted a picture from the oil field. You're in hospitality, right? It's the easiest to convey, right? So think about that, okay? So make note, guys, please make notes, because we are going to move fast. We haven't got any time to look at each for every one of you, okay? So note number 1 is the picture. Note number 2 is your profile picture. So it's not a selfie in the toilet. It's not your picture in the car with the sunglasses. It's not your picture with your son or with your daughter or with your wife. It's not a picture from a party. It's not Facebook, guys. It's how do you want to present yourself to the industry. Okay, and make sure that people can see you. Okay? Another tip here, that how about posting a picture that you can tell me with this picture what can you provide? What can you help me with? Okay, what is your service? So I posted a picture of mine while I'm speaking, so people can automatically think he's a speaker, all right? And on the banner, when I'm training, like, with a bunch of people, so people automatically think, okay, he's a speaker and probably a trainer. And I have picked a photo of LinkedIn while on the slide was LinkedIn, so automatically, like, there's so many elements in the same picture, right? Without even, I haven't said any single word. So picture, it's not to your surprise probably that 60 to 80% of people attention is the profile picture. So they made a heat map by human being eyes, and where do they click? So 60 to 80% is pictures. They click on your picture, they zoom in your picture. They would like to see who's this human being, so they start judging automatically. We love judgment. We're a human being, okay? So this is 60 to 80% of your profile optimization. Then, if you like your home country so much, I'm afraid to tell you, you need to relocate to Dubai or United Arab Emirates. We all love our home country, right? But we have to be in the United Arab Emirates so people can find out about us, right? I land on so many profiles and they are still somewhere, okay? First of all, if I'm looking for that person, the first thing you need now to think of the other side of the search. So I'm sitting behind my table, I'm looking for someone who would immediately join my company, or if I'm looking for a service, would immediately solve my problem, right? So if you are in, let's say, Zimbabwe, I will not call you, right? I will call someone in Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates. So if you're not there, thank you very much, you're out. You excluded yourself too soon. That's number one. Number two, you have to be in the right industry. Check your industry right now and see, are you in the right industry or not? So my industry is professional training. What is your industry? Are you in the right industry? You can be a finance person in the fashion. Do you want to position yourself as a finance person or as a fashion professional? Sometimes it can be tricky, right? But it's up to you. There is no right or wrong, but at least belong to your industry. There are so many people, they picked up by mistake probably. They haven't double checked what is their right industry. So this is so important, so you can be in the yellow pages of LinkedIn. Okay? And then your name. Did you? No, you can't.
Only one.
Only one. LinkedIn offers you one industry. Number two is your name. Did you write your name the same way that you want to present yourself to the world? Okay? Or probably your name is Muhammad Ahmed and there's 10,000 millions out there who has the same name. Come up with a smart idea, or your father's first initial or something like that, so you can be distinguished. And write it also in your mother tongue. So if you speak Arabic, put your name in Arabic. Okay? This is what I have done myself. Be innovative. Okay? Then we jump to something so important in your profile, which is the tagline. What is a tagline? Is most of the people, they put their title, right? There's two facts, guys, about the tagline. Number one, it's connected to the search engine of LinkedIn itself. Okay? So the algorithm of LinkedIn built the search. When I search for certain skills, LinkedIn trainer, okay, it has to be there. So think of those keywords, and it's not a gospel, it's not like, something rigid. It has to be dynamic. My goal this month can be different than next month. My goal this year can be different than next year. Okay, and keep changing. You probably keep changing. Keep it dynamic, not static. Cool? And the second reason is, it's connected to Google search engine optimization. So when I search in Google, like civil engineer or urban planner, it automatically search in LinkedIn. And probably you've searched for your name, and the first result is LinkedIn, right? Who Googled his or her name last week? How often do you Google your name?
Every 3 days. Every 3 days.
Every 3 days. How about putting an alert? Go to Google. Google is a nice guy. Ask him, please alert me whenever someone uses my name in the internet, and it's free. Go to Google Alerts, write your name, and ask Google automatically to send you an email whenever it's mentioned out there. You never know who's talking about you, right? Or someone asking, do you know how I can contact this person? Okay, so and they can send you an email automatically at the moment. This is Google Alert Service, and it's absolutely free. Here's a tip for you. You should Google your name while you are in the private mood. So who's using Chrome or Safari or the other browsers, you should opt out the cookies. How do you opt out? Ctrl-Shift-N, then you opt out of the old cookies, so you are being like someone else's computer searching for your name. Google knows that you are the person who owns this laptop when you search for yourself, because there's much cookies embedded right there, okay? Do it and check out the pictures. You might have a terrorist and the same name, so you need to work a little bit. I swear, last week I had a personal branding session, and this gentleman, he's a business man, he said, I am a terrorist with the same name. We need to work on it. And we are working on it. It will take time, but we will fix it.
Can he fly easy?
Okay, so once you fix your tagline, it's not your title, guys, unless you are CEO of Google. So use those 120 letters wisely, okay? And then we jump onto your URL. Who customized the URL of their LinkedIn? Excellent. So the rest, I'm not speaking rocket science. Below your picture, there is a URL for your profile, right? If you are from your laptop, there's a settings button, the gear, next to it. Once you click in there, automatically it takes you to another page, and that page you can customize your LinkedIn profile. You may need to do this later on at home, okay, because it will take a little bit of time. This is also important because it helps you to identify yourself, and also people to identify you. Also, scammers. Now we have a problem on LinkedIn and probably all over social media and on the internet. You have scammers. Someone might use your picture or your name. It won't happen unless you are CFO of Citibank, okay? And then they will use your information, but it might happen. So to help people to identify and land on your page, customize your URL. Guys, this is 60% of the profile optimization for your LinkedIn account. Okay? Now let's jump into the summary. Who has a summary? What is summary? Okay, so summary, there is no right or wrong in the summary. My version of the summary is the following. The summary has to have three main key elements. Number one is the single punchline that tells me about your industry. So if I'm talking about Bashir, because I know him, so he would say 12 years of experience in the lighting, engineering lighting in the United Arab Emirates. So in a single line, he told everyone what he's doing, what is his specialty, and which territory, right? What is your punchline?
Actually, get in touch if you want to discuss a business plan, marketing strategy, or just brainstorm. And then I've written, I have 10 years of work experience with key roles in change management, marketing, business, performance, business transformation.
So jack of all trades. Yeah. So guys, do you trust a doctor when you go to the hospital? Okay, and he will tell you, like, you know, I'm a specialist in every area. Do you? Do you? No, right? Do you trust an engineer who can, like, master the urban planning, and then who will build and do the MEP and the lighting, and there's no one, right? So we believe in speciality. We are in the 21st century. there is no more Khwarizmi or those Einstein kind of a people, right? So speciality is your successful shortcut to success. It's the death of generalist. There are some certain areas where generalist is accepted, but the more you are specialized, the more success you will be. I don't tag myself as a social media trainer. I say I'm a LinkedIn trainer. And when people are looking for me, they can find me easily, and they will believe me even better than others. Okay, it's positioning, and we are again in the 21st century, and we believe in speciality. Okay, so this is probably something that you need to work on. So punchline, okay? 10 years of experience in the hospitality. You can go a little bit deeper in hospitality. Front desk, operation, finance and hospitality in the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Dubai. Okay? Use those keywords. So the key here, your secret ingredient for tonight is the proper keywords. Think of those people. Don't tell me I'm flexible. Don't tell me I'm helpful. No one will say, have you ever searched for someone like, I need a helpful person? Did you? Have you ever heard of someone who's looking for an enthusiastic professional, global market? No one is looking. Global is not a keyword, guys. Everyone is global, right? We're jumping to Mars. So please, I have a buzzer, and whenever I read those, the first word I come across a new profile, I just click the profile. Okay? And there's LinkedIn itself, this year they came up with a report called Banish the Buzzwords. And they put those words like global, strategic, innovator, disruptor. All those keywords are bullshit. Okay? There is no sugar coat for those keywords. And if you check my profile, the first time I said, warning, my profile has 0 buzzword or no buzzword. If you're looking for buzzword, you'll probably jump to another profile. Okay? And people are really annoyed. Recruiters, hiring manager, HR manager, they get to be trained to avoid the BS. So you better not to use it, especially in our time. Okay? So this is really important. So we need to use as much as possible of those keywords, not the buzzwords, keywords, okay? What are they looking for? What I can provide? IT services is not, it's a generic, right? I need to be specific. Generic is okay sometimes, but I need to be a little bit deeper, okay? So we are back into summary, punchline, right? And then the second part, which is what? The job description. Your achievements. Okay, so the summary is not rewriting your profile. It's not posting your CV. I see CVs. People post their CVs. It's we are here trying to kill the CV, because CV is a static document. You can't change your CV that easily, right? And whenever there's a CV, there's a desperation mode that I'm looking for a job. And the moment you start looking for a job, people will think there's something wrong in you. They won't think of, could be your manager, a bad manager, right? Have you ever came across someone who would say, oh, you must have a bad manager, that's why you left the company? No, you will never hear it. This is human being nature. Good luck with changing human being nature. You can't, right? Unless you are. Okay, so let's work on that. So you list your achievements, guys. Okay? If I tell you probably in 200 words how good I am in sales, or I tell you I tripled my target in 6 months, do I need to tell you more? That's it. I haven't revealed any number or any secret of the company. Be compliant. Never ever reveal a secret of the company, right? We need to be compliant. But I need to mention my achievements and percentage. I doubled, I tripled, 125%, etc. Okay? And you mentioned the period because I can make a $1 million share in 15 years, right? And I can make it in 1 year. Okay? You got it? Any membership, any recent awards, you've been awarded as the worst employees, put it right there, okay? So any of those achievements, please put it in your summary. And then the last part is your specialities. What are those key skills? What are those words that someone would go to Google and search for those key skills? Okay? So I tell you about my key skills. And probably you would think, I'm a LinkedIn trainer, but I'm also a LinkedIn strategist. I'm also a LinkedIn facilitator. I'm also a social media trainer. I'm also social media marketing trainer. So all those keywords, once you go to Google and you search with the keywords, have you noticed if you go down to the bottom of the page, you will see 10 relevant searches that people use the same keywords, right? Or relevant to it. So try to learn from Google. It's made easy there for you. Go and search. Or if you don't know, you go and ask someone from within the industry, an HR or a friend, or post on LinkedIn. Or ask Google, and he will tell you. Or she, because they say Google is a lady, because she knows everything. Even before you ask, like, you time, even if the question like 15 words, it's there. Someone thought of the same before you even thought about it. So the key here, guys, is to use as much as possible. Don't make it 100 and say, Anna said as much as. Okay? Be relevant, please, and don't be boring. Like those keywords people use the most. Okay? Please make sure that everything I say in bullet points. We don't like novels on your LinkedIn. Bullet points, break it down so it's easy to read and digest. Okay? If your profile has whatever I said so far, you will impress any smart hiring manager or someone is looking for what you can offer. Okay? And guess what? LinkedIn also offers you to list rich content. What is rich content? It's videos. Okay? So this video will be uploaded tomorrow on my LinkedIn page, right? And the summary, where it's really relevant to any position that you are doing. You probably had the best footballer in your company, or any of those pictures that shows how good you are as either as a human being or as a professional in your industry. Put videos, put SlideShare. You can upload any content, okay, but not your CV. The moment you see a CV, hello, I'm a loser. This is what you are telling to the world. You are not helping them. Why? Because as a hiring manager, if I click on your CV, if I click on your profile on your connect, next to the connect there's a tiny little arrow. I can download your profile. I don't need your CV. It's already there. Did you know that? That I can download your profile. Everyone, almost everyone knows this tip. Okay? So please make sure that you put some rich content. Go and look what people are doing and be the best one. Okay? Now let's jump to now we are done with the summary. Let's jump to the experience. Okay? It's the easiest and somehow tricky part. So your experience, first of all, be a good person and follow your company, right? So the logo can be shown in your profile. Who has a position where there is no logo next to it? Can you see the logo of your company? So here's the trick. If your company is an international company, make sure that you are in the right division, in the right territory, let's say. So there's Marriott America, there's Marriott Middle East, there's Marriott International, right? Yeah. So Marriott which one?
Hotels. This is Marriott Hotels.
Marriott Hotels, and there's Marriott International, and there's so if there are several divisions and territories, make sure that you pick the relevant country. Why? Because if someone looking for someone working in that company, so they can pull you up, right? If you go and ask hiring manager, would you prefer passive or active hiring? They will tell you passive. I like to pick the candidate, not the candidate come to me. It doesn't happen. And let me hear, like, off the record, guys, especially guys from Pakistan and India, what works there doesn't work here. And also our fellows from Egypt, what works there doesn't work here. So going around the country with your CV and knocking the offices, it will never help. Addressing people by dear sir, madam, it will kill your opportunity. It will never help. What works there doesn't work here. This is an international city. This is a metropolitan city, a cosmopolitan city. Call it whatever you like. What works there, not necessarily to work here. Okay? Adapt, adapt, and adapt. This is a crucial, because you've seen if you don't address me with my name, there's two elements in here. You don't have enough self-esteem to call people by their names, or you're ignorant, you don't search enough for the person that you are sending or addressing the email, and then there is no point. How would you feel if I address you with your name, and with your name, or just call you dear sir, madam? It doesn't work. Okay? I like to be straightforward rather than going around the point. It's crucial, and I see it on a daily basis. And you go and ask those seniors and hiring managers, and you tell them, how do you pick those CVs who reach you out? Probably any hiring manager receives a minimum of 50 applications per week, or an HR manager. The moment they see dear sir, madam, and there's keywords already in the server, once your email has dear sir, madam, to the junk, to the spam. It doesn't even go to the spam of the server, not to... Okay, so those technicalities that you need to work on. Make the extra mile and look for those people names. Dear, your name. Okay? I like till this very moment I keep seeing it, and people still using it, and no one, or those people who would send like 200 people and they keep everyone in the CC. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable.
It's a great way to get marketing emails.
Okay, so this is really important. Back to our experience. So how do we write our experience? You pick the right title without any exaggeration. There's something weird with LinkedIn, that people has the LinkedIn effect. You're a salesperson, you're sales, okay? Global sales executive. Like, you don't need to exaggerate, right? And the more you exaggerate about your title, people will think, oh, this guy is like, must be getting paid so much money, so I can't afford bringing him or her to the company. So be realistic, okay? And pick whatever LinkedIn listed for you. So there is so many professionality, the title is already listed on LinkedIn, right? So make sure if it's like fits your title, pick from there. Why? Because if I'm on the other side looking for you, LinkedIn will suggest those titles. Okay? Always think of the other side. I know that you know your skills, but you need to tell the other side about your skills. Okay? And then the company that you're working, and the right country. There is no country called Dubai, guys. I see people write Dubai. It's United Arab Emirates. So when I'm looking for someone, I will pick United Arab Emirates as the country, and then you will show up there. If you haven't picked that, you will not show up, unfortunately. It's not a magic. It's as simple as this. Okay? Title, the right name, and right country. And then, here comes the mystery. What do you write? Let's take two examples. What have you written in your experience?
You're really embarrassed me, aren't you?
No, we are here to learn, my friend.
Okay, so this one is for my first one. So, responsible for strategy planning and portfolio management across 20 countries in the Middle East and Caspian. Currently managing a portfolio that delivers USD 0.6 billion in revenues via indirect channels. accountable for spend effectiveness.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you very much. Anyone would like to volunteer? Mu'adh, tell me what you have written in your profile, please. Yeah, in the experience. We're here to learn, guys. Okay, it's stuck. Anyway, so one example is enough. So what I'm trying to say here, that more than 80% of people or professionals, they copy and paste their job description, right? And probably with the bullet points, and there it would become undefined letters as well. Don't do that, guys, because your job description is what the company asking you to do for. What you have to, okay? To show for others is not your job description, right? It's your achievement. It's how good you are in performing your job description. So let's have this scenario. If I tell you, I'm from New York. Okay, and then I can be a drug dealer. I can be a burglar. I can be the best banker in Wall Street, right? So when you tell me your job description, okay, so what? Can you tell me how good you are in doing and performing your job description? Okay, you get the point, guys? This is your secret ingredient for tonight. Another secret ingredient. So you should write your achievements. Now you can be more like, you can have more explanation on your achievements. In the summary, you highlight top 1, 2, 3 of your achievements, of your life achievements, of your work history achievements. And then here you need to be specific, okay? There is no harm in mentioning what your company is all about in a single line. Don't copy and paste about us from the website, okay? In one word, in one line, or probably maximum 2 lines, what is your company all about? There's no harm in putting and adding rich content to your experience. What is rich content? Again, list the website, list the video of your company, okay? The company video. List something that you have done related to that position. List a project that you have executed while you are in this position, etc. So tell the whole world what you are doing and how good you are in doing and performing your job description. Okay? Done. This is there is no secret about it. This is just shifting. And remember the New York example. You will always remember how to write an excellent and an attractive experience. Cool? This is your experience, and now we go to groups. Okay? Dubai jobs, Dubai job seekers, and all those groups that tells that, hey, I'm looking for a job, or hey, I used to look for a job and now I forgot. Guys, you are entitled to join 50 groups, okay? And LinkedIn gives you the option to pick the first 7, and the rest, the 43, you can hide them. So you can go to the settings and then press the button at the right corner, upper corner, and then you choose the order of those groups. So make sure that the first 7 that shows on your profile are groups that represent what you are doing, groups that belongs to your community, to your professional community. Okay, so if you check my first 7, you would see Social Media Club, social media, okay, United Arab Emirates Professionals, Oman, Saudi Arabia, those countries that I'm targeting. You even forgot yourself, like MS Word, and you will find yourself that you are endorsed the most about this skill. So you need to be, like, selective, and probably you need to put a target. You need to call 10 of your people, 10 of your trusted connection, and tell them, please endorse me for the following 10 skills. Okay? Do it over like a period of 3 months, and you will end up having all your most desired skills to be endorsed. Please.
How can you have some skills that are not so like apart from the education?
Yeah.
to make them more obvious.
You have the tagline, you have the summary, you have the positions down there, you have your interest. So this is an area where you can also add those key words and specialities to your profile.
Here, you have like 99 some selection, and then you put like a key on top with the points. Because I know that there is the first line, it's, I think it's 7, and then you have all the ones. So let's say the first 7 ones you are 99 plus, but if you put amongst these 99 plus 3, that really looks weird. No?
There's no so much people paying attention how many people endorse you
Okay.
on this, and this is what I say, you need to be selective on which one to pick. And if you have this problem, don't you have 10, 15 people that you trust and they trust you, or like, you know, when you call them they will listen and do it? So do it. It's that easy. There is no other way of doing it. So you need to call, you need to be proactive, call those people and they will help you. Other than that, there is no other way to go around. We have something also that worth mentioning here. There's a section called Advice for Contact. Please make it easy for people to talk to you. Like, tell people how you would like to be reached. Would you like to leave your mobile number, your landline, office, direct, send an email, personalized message, to tweet at you, WhatsApp or whatever. Tell people what is your preferable way of reaching you out. You will make it easier, and sometimes you lose business or you lose an opportunity. You might get double your salary because there is no way of contacting you. Okay? And I'm probably in a hurry. I can't wait till you accept my invitation and then I will call you. Right? Sometimes you're in a hurry, and this is most of the time actually, that we are in a hurry and I need to reach out to you right away. That's why you find some smart recruiters, they put their emails next to their names, right? So you can easily grab their emails and contact them, right? Organizations. If you are a member of any organization, myself, I'm a member of Social Media Club. It's an international organization where you pay your monthly. If you are an active member of any organization, go and list it there. It will help you big time to be identified as a professional in that industry. Okay? If you are a volunteer in any cause, you probably would be found by certain people who care about certain voluntary sector. Okay? By this, you will absolutely optimize your profile, and everyone out there looking for you, they will find about you. There's 2 more notes that I would like to tell before we open the floor for Q&A. Guys, when you search on LinkedIn, you don't search in the 414 million. You search in your network. What is your network? Your network is your first connection, second connection, and groups connection. Okay? So this is your connections. And you don't search and like, I have 7,500. When I search, my network is around 20 million. But I don't have the results of the 20 million. What I have is the first 200 of those people. So if you ever looked at the search results, you will see 10 pages, in each page 10 results. So you are only looking for the 20. And this is the difference between a premium account and free account. You may ever wonder, like, should I pay? Should I opt out of the LinkedIn Premium? This is one of the main differences between the paid and the free. Okay? So this is a very important note, and you are limited by the search. Right, Keith? Yeah. So you got disappointed on the weekend, like, Anas, I can't search anymore. You probably searched 1,000 times. Okay, and what was the second point? Is spamming people. Like, I look at Peter and I immediately connect with him. Why you are connecting with me? Again, to the philosophy of LinkedIn. Guys, LinkedIn is not Facebook, right? So when I'm on LinkedIn, I can connect with anyone I can do business with, right? It's not only I have to meet you or we should have met before so I can accept you. There's so many people. Is there anyone in the room who would believe I only should connect to people that I met or have done business with? It's like, it's a business platform. You need to connect with people that they're either a potential customer, potential client, potential allies, future, okay? So this is what LinkedIn is made there for. Alumni, colleague, you work in a multinational company and you would like to make an international network, you would like to get exposure to other countries so this is why LinkedIn there, right? Their mission is to connect the world's talent to be more successful and productive, okay? Not dating website. And it's really important to tell people why I am connecting with you. Even from your mobile, when you connect with someone, you can tell them why I'm connecting with you. So if you open on my profile and we are not connected yet, you can click right at the bottom. There's 3 dots. Click at those dots, you will have one of the options: forward your profile, follow, and personalize the invitation. So please personalize the invitation for everyone you are connecting with. Okay? Tell them, hello Muhammad, I'm connecting with you because we have met at the LinkedIn optimization session and I can see that you are in the training and personal branding and I'm also in the same industry. We would like to exchange some insights, etc. So tell them why you are connecting with those people. There's nothing annoys people more than just spamming them and connecting with them for no reason. Okay? You probably need to spend a minimum of 1 minute on the other people's profile and try to see what is their achievement, what is the nexus, where is the meeting point between you and this person, right? And pick up on that. If you see someone who's been awarded like the best employee for 3 consecutive times, tell them can you share what is the top 3 tips that made you the best employees in the company? Now I'm ready to talk to you, right? But if you ask immediately, can you ask the ATM to give you money without depositing first? Right? So you need to deposit before you ask. It's a human being nature. But most of the people, they think, I'm out of my job, everyone in this world will help me. In fact, no. Right? It's a human being nature that the moment I see you disqualifying yourself and discounting on your deliverables, I immediately just want to get rid of you. Try to go and network with others and tell them I'm a job seeker. And look at their body language and look at they just want to run away from you. Right? Tell them that I am the best employee of the month and see their body language and they just want to talk to you more and more. It's human being psychology and it's all about our nature. We need to make the most of this. If you have any certification, a valid certification or online course, also listed there. It will help big time. Okay? By this, I would like to thank you very much for being an amazing audience and crowd. And give yourself a very I will open the floor for 5 to 7 minutes Q&A, and then we would like to have the photo shooting right here. So if you came ready for the photo shooting, you're absolutely welcome. As promised, where is Mr. Haytham? We will make a withdrawal, but we will bring a pen and paper and write your names and make withdrawal for a dinner for 2 people. I'm conducting a training next week on landing on your dream job without your CV. It's a 6 hours training. that worth 1,500 dirham, I'll be giving one ticket free tonight. Okay? So let's do that. So what we do at let me sell you some of our products. What we do here, like I said, at Focus Social Academy, we have trainers for each social media platform, training and consultancy. We also have the only certified social media strategist in the region. Okay? There's only one person in the whole region who has a certificate from the National Institute for Social Media. It's not me, it's my colleague, and he's the only one. Okay? So this is our academy. We conduct twice meetup a month. It's free just like this one. But today we said, let's make it with a style and bring more people in here. So one time in Arabic and the other time in Urdu, in English. Okay? Yeah, there's a timer. Every 7 minutes there has to be a joke. So we can check the blood again. Okay, so please, since you already joined the meetup, you will be notified whenever there's a special speaker or one of our trainers is conducting a session. I would like also to thank those people who hosted us for tonight, right? We will to thank those guys who made it possible for tonight, and I changed the setup twice, so they bared with me without any angry bird face. And I would like your help, guys. We would like to write the names of each and every one. If you have a business card, then that will do the job. Otherwise, we'll write your names and make the raffle draw for those lucky winners. Cool? Question? Okay.
So, what about like creative fields, like artists and game development, for example? Are they allowed to, or not allowed? I mean, would it be nice to put some crazy creative ideas in, like the picture, for example, pixelate something like this?
Short answer, yes. Try and see the reaction of your audience, right? And next time you probably can tell me, Anas, I've tried it and it worked, thank you very much. Or Anas, it didn't work, I've tried it, I should change.
But like, okay, this is one thing that translates to another question. Like how can I get surveys about my LinkedIn profile?
How can I?
Get surveys or opinions about my LinkedIn profile.
You either can pay me money and I would like, I could tell you, or you ask people who are considered as a LinkedIn trainer or someone who is prominent in the LinkedIn. Guys, please bear with the question, so there might be something there for you. Second part of your question, yes. First part, whenever you have something to show up. Did I answer your question? Thank you. More questions?
Yeah,
Ladies?
the next question comments is about notifications, because if you're looking for job access, you might not want to activate notifications, right?
Okay.
Or what do you recommend when it comes to notifications?
You mean notification?
Whenever you do a change, because when
Okay.
you come up to this, your network
Okay,
will be
you see
notified.
this button? So the gentleman here, Gianluca, is asking about, I don't want to show my network what I'm changing in my profile. This button, okay, turn it off, no one would see what you are changing in your profile. Okay? Questions, please. There's no right or wrong question, please. Feel free to ask. Yeah.
Do you have any tips specifically for freelancers? Like for example, media. I'm working in event organization. So when I write freelancer, company name isn't really a specified thing. So how do you go through those keywords and everything to get picked up? Because the market is saturated.
No, who told you the market is saturated? Everyone will go home, the market is saturated. There is always two kinds of talks. There's the Terry talks, there's the Eagle talks, okay? So those guys tell you the market is down, the market is saturated, they're just trying to, like, negative people, right? On the other side, these guys will tell you in every down time there is like opportunity for those guys who can make it. So unfortunately, there's so many people who would pick a consultant, which means a job seeker, or a freelancer, which also can mean a job seeker. So make sure that you phrase it in the right, you're a student, right? So I would expect if a freelancer as a student, it's very much acceptable. Or go and find a company and work as an intern. Okay, yeah, I looked at your profile, it's very impressive, I must say. Questions, please. Request. You ask me to dance?
Not this one. What tips do you have for someone who wants to, like, I want to attract someone in a company I wish to work with, he's in the top level. So what can I do to attract him, to draw his attention to my profile?
There's two things, offline and online. Online, I can provoke them, meaning to say I can do an activity or an insight or a research or an article or finding his or her competitors, talk to them, and then keep, you know, you can tag anyone in the social media without their permission, right? I can follow His Highness Sheikh Mohammed and I can quote him in my article. Okay? So you can do the same, as simple as this. This is probably 4 hours. Go and sign up for a golf membership.
There's an option to do postings, right? So, yes, if I'm employed in a company, would you recommend me to do postings, or would you leave it to people like consultant or who are looking for clients?
Are you saying the
Posts.
post, the
Yes,
LinkedIn
post,
Pulse post? Absolutely. And I would recommend it once a month.
And how would you recommend to do the posting? Should it be related always to my job, or should I post comments about something which is interesting for me? So how would you define the area in which I should post information?
I would ask you, what is
You
your
understand
goal?
my question?
What is your goal in that post? Like yesterday, I've posted about this workshop. I didn't want to post it like, you know.
That's simple because it's very related
Yeah.
to what you're selling, what you want to achieve.
Okay.
But if I'm employed in a company, it's quite dangerous to talk about topics which are not related to my company.
So you need to be compliant, right? You need to be compliant with the company. So you speak, you probably can go and ask your HR manager or your line manager and tell them, like, you know, I would like to write on a constant basis on LinkedIn. Is there any topic that's really sensitive that I cannot write on?
Let's hear. Let's hear.
Yeah, this is like, you know, this is writing about competition, writing about, you need to be compliant.
But would you relate it always to your job, or would you?
Not necessarily. I can write about volunteerism or like, you know, doing good for the community, or I went for a holiday and this holiday inspired me, and like, you know, to be more productive in my work by 1, 2, 3, or I learned to 1, 2, 3, right? So I can play around with it and keep it. It's not a blog, right? Remember, it's not a blog where whatever popped in my mind, I need to write. And remember, like this post, there's 3 tags into it, right? And there's one in the room who use the right tags and get featured by LinkedIn itself. How many times you got featured? Twice. And I myself haven't been featured yet, though I know how it works. But he got featured. Why? Because he used the right content and the right keywords and the right tag. There's 3 tags there on those posts.
If I can just build on a question, see, the point is if you want to do a career change, the point is that you're in a certain industry, you want to change your industry, unless you want to start a business. And that business, obviously, let's say, is something different. So how do you start, you know, building up your, visibility on that particular subject and without raising eyebrows in your current company?
Excellent. So you are in the oil and gas, right? Which industry you are going to? Let's make it clear, straight to the point.
So I'd like to get into IT and analytics.
IT and analytics. Do you have any previous experience?
Not really.
Not really. Why you're going there?
Oh, because it's something I'm very passionate about.
Okay.
Get into it.
Did you get any certification or training course about it?
Process.
In process. So once you have that certification where you can go and tell the people, here I am, my passion, like, you know, gets real. And then, guys, I'm a mechanical engineer. I have a degree in mechanical engineering. What it has to do with what we are doing tonight, right? So, but it didn't, like, you know, I haven't dreamed about it and next day I'm a LinkedIn trainer. It didn't happen like that. I've paid from my pocket to the community to come to workshops when I started 4 years ago, and then, like, you know, it happened. So it's a snowball, right? But get that certification and find your community. So if I want to be, let's say, a golfer, I would go every day or every weekend to the golf course, right? Would I go to and hang out with the basketballers? Absolutely not. At first, I will get some recognition. I will hear the industry insights. I will sign up for a membership in that industry, right? And then I will see, like, you know, what is the quick wins. But if I just, like, stay there, stumble upon it, and not doing any action, it will never happen, right? Did I answer your question?
Yes, sure.
To top on that, like, when you graduate from your university, like, how much of whatever you learned you're applying in your professional life? 10% maximum, right? And let's say if you jump from this industry to another, you're a business professional, you know what is the corporate environment. There's so much in there. You can, like, those are transferable skills, right? You can just pivot in them. Like, instead of speaking the oil and gas, you would speak the IT, right? A bit of training, but it will also help.
Can I comment on this one?
Yes, please.
Because I've been doing this for the last 2.5, 3 years now, and I think the question is so much broader than just updating
Yeah, of
LinkedIn
course.
resume. I mean, you need to, like, for instance, you need to build up your skills and get the community kind of accept and endorse your skills. Then you need to get your whole rebranding done across multiple channels, including LinkedIn. And that is a strategy you have to put in place, and it's long term. It's not.
It is long term. And here's the point. You need to say it clearly in your LinkedIn. I have shifted. There's so many bankers shifted into pet industry, right? There's so many. You would look at those successful people and it was completely different industry. Tell the world that I figure out my passion and what I'm so good at, and now I'm using all those skills that I've gained in the last 10 or 15 years, and I will use them in my new industry, and I'll bring a new blood into this industry. Because most of the people in the same industry, they think the same way. Once they bring a new blood, it might be disruptive and innovative enough to come up with a brilliant ideas. So you need to bluntly say it out there. I will use all my skills, and I have gained this, and I know what I have, I know what I need to do, and this is what I have at the moment. Questions, please?
Yes, it's actually a follow-up question to his point. And we met while I was transitioning. I was lucky enough to find my passion in public relations, so now I've shifted, but I have a hospitality background that I'm very proud of because it defines me and my skill set as well. Do I remove that past experience now so that I can be more focused and present myself as a pure PR practitioner? Or do I keep it because it gives me a dynamic background on LinkedIn?
It depends on your goal, and it depends how many years of experience, right? So if I have, like right now, I start to the engineering, the hardcore engineering that I used to do, I'm so proud of at the same time. And it also tells the people that when a trainer is an engineer, there's some system that they follow and pattern, right? So I kept it. It's up to you. Want to keep it? You might end up working for a PR in the hospitality where this would be an advantage for you. If I were you, I would keep it. More questions, please?
For someone, should be like
Humanize it, please. Don't try it in the third. I get really irritated. You're not to a majesty, right? So you can write in first person. It will be fine. Please.
You mentioned actually that you shouldn't spam people that just randomly connected with. And I remember one time you personally told me that connections are too small because I was having 100 and something. So how do I go about, is it very important to have that 500 plus connections or 1000 plus connections? And if that's important, then how do I go about building that amount of connection?
Look, when 10 years ago, it was a numbers game in social media. Now it's not anymore, right? Even if you have 10,000, they can be all spammers, irrelevant people, right? But it's quality, at least. It's up to you. Less than 500, it might tell me that you are not really active. Like there is no 500 people in your industry, locally, regionally, and globally. There is. But let's put a strategy of connecting to a minimum of 5 people within your industry. Every day, like you connect to 1 or 2, right? You will end up by the end of the week connecting to 10. At the end of the year, you're connected to 3,600 people. You need to build it up. Nothing happens like this. Cool, guys? Let's make the raffle draw. Can we please get a small piece of paper? You have? Or I will create my own. Dinner and one for the train, okay? Business card first. Thank you. Can we collect the business cards? What's the
Потому что они очень быстро блокируют.
Ну да, быстро, да.
Я не говорю, потому что все короткие, я просто я уже вижу со стороны уже.
Здесь вообще не надо. Ja, es gibt auch eine Möglichkeit, das Zeug, das eine Person zu zeigen. And is it?
Write your name.
Twice. Oh.
The dinner's here?
The one, yeah, because we're doing this with the price.
Guys,
We're doing it twice.
excuse me, usually meetups, they end up in a different purpose, right? And they end up completely different sometimes. Do you think that this meetup have met your expectations? Honestly speaking, huh? Because the gentleman here asked me to review his LinkedIn profile and I refused, right? Because you are probably plus 50 and if I need to review your profile, I need a minimum of 5 minutes and we don't have that time, right? And I came here for a certain purpose and I hope that I have achieved that purpose. I'm not here to privately coach each and everyone or to give my opinion on your profile. And this is one of our services that if we provide it free for everyone, we will end up a charity. Okay? Anyone left out there?
Oh, you want me to? Hello.
Next to your name, your mobile, your email, and your picture. Guys, I would like to kindly ask you. Guys, I would like kindly to ask you to go back tonight and put your review on the group itself. There's the main group and there's a review. Write your own honesty. Don't buzzword, your review, write your honest, straightforward review and put a rating. If you see it 1 star out of 5, put 1 star. If you see it 5 out of 5, 3 out of 5, please be honest, straight to the point. That thing matters, and it's at least something that you can say thank you for us. Alright? We will really appreciate it for this place and for Focus Social Academy. وعدتك وفايت باللي بعد All right, can you please read the name?
Who's the lucky one?
Mashar.
Mashar?
Mashar won a dinner for 2. And if you are single, you know. Guys, our event is officially over, unfortunately. Now, photographer will be ready to take your photos, and I'm here till midnight. All right? Thank you very much.
Thank you.